Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna look at part 2 of the beginner workout routine. In part 1 we were doing a full body split focusing on a horizontal push, a horizontal pull and a leg exercise. So in part 2, instead of doing a full body split, we're doing an upper lower. In the upper sessions we're gonna be focusing on dips and pull-ups. And in the lower session, we're focusing mainly on improving pistol squats. Since we're still doing calisthenics, this is the only thing that we can actually do for the lower body. So going more in depth, on the upper body workouts, since we're focusing on dips and pull-ups, we're gonna start with those two exercises. As you can see, the workout starts with the dip for 3 sets from 6 to 15 reps. So how come the rep range is so large? So this workout is meant for you to actually hit the end goal. For example, here in dips it's 15, pull-ups is 8. So that's the objective, that's the end goal of this workout. So basically, after doing part 1, the first workout routine, you should at least be able to do 6 reps of the bodyweight dips. If you can't do them, you can still put a band, so it's easier for you. For the pull-ups, it's basically the same. Alright, so after the first workout routine, you should at least be able to do 1 or 2. If that's not possible for pull-ups, because it's a harder exercise than dips, you should follow the progressions. So first with scapula raises, then maybe some negatives, then some banded pull-ups, and then you can move on to bodyweight pull-ups. So this is exactly the same, 3 sets from 4 to 8. Here I put the rest time in each exercise. So for example, here it's 3 minutes and 3 minutes, because you want to be well rested. Okay, so then moving on to the third exercise, we're still doing push-ups, we're still improving in the horizontal movement, so push-up and inverted rows. Here I put 3 sets of max reps, meaning you go to failure each and every single set. So what does a superset mean? Basically, you do your push-ups, and then immediately after, you do your inverted rows. Then you rest about 1.5 minutes. And maybe you're saying, well, that's pretty low of a rest time. Well, it isn't, because when you're doing inverted rows, you're actually resting your push-up muscles. So, balances out. Then we're introducing isolation movements, such as biceps and triceps. So for biceps and triceps, it's quite difficult to isolate them in calisthenics. But the thing is, you can still do that. Of course, if you have dumbbells, it's way easier to isolate the biceps and the triceps. But you have to get creative. I'll show you some videos here on the screen of how to isolate your biceps and triceps using calisthenics. And the thing is, to progress, to make the exercise harder, is exactly the same as the inverted row. For example, I'm doing my tricep extensions, and as I get more horizontal to the ground, then that will make the exercise harder. Of course, the best thing here is if you can do it single arm, but of course with the exercise that I've shown you, you can only do them with both arms. So that's handicap. But what are you gonna do? Skip them? No. So do that shit. Here I put 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps. So because it's an isolation movement, it's better to do higher reps. Also 2 minutes rest time. You gotta be fresh to do them. Many people think that just biceps and triceps, you gotta douche them out, but no, rest well and you'll get some progress. So that's it for the upper body training. So then for the lower, since we're focusing on pistols, we're starting off with pistols. So you should be able, no, I'm lying to you. To be honest, after part 1 of the beginner workout routine, you shouldn't be able to do a pistol squat. But that's not a problem, because before, you can actually do some Bulgarians. You can do Bulgarians, follow the same progression as that sucks. You can follow the progression of part 1, 3 sets to get to 20 reps on bodyweight Bulgarians, or you can even do them weighted. How do you do that with calisthenics? Just pick a rock, just pick a stone, whatever, and do that. So replace, if you can't do a pistol squat, do Bulgarians. Now, of course, once you can do pistols, I recommend doing pistols. Then you should move into hip thrust. Okay, so the hip thrust is great exercise, great posterior chain exercise to target your glutes as well as some of your hamstrings, you know. You can do them body weight with bow legs, or if it's too easy for you, because at the end of the day it's quite an easy movement, you can do single leg. Okay, then after that you can do some calves. Here I put 100 reps because calves respond pretty well to high rep stimulus, so you can do 100 reps, but you can also do like biceps or triceps. The thing is that your calves are pretty strong naturally, so you can do way higher reps. You can do 4 sets of 20, 25, whatever, or you can do 100 reps. Just try to get to 100 reps, whatever you how you split up. You can do 10 sets of 10, 4 sets of 25, 5 sets of 20. So calves, try to do higher reps. Now, how do we apply this in a weekly fashion? So here I put 2 options for you guys. The first option is doing upper lower, rest upper lower, and the second option is doing upper rest lower, rest upper lower, rest. So these 2 options are great. You should figure out what goes better for you. You can experiment with both. What I wouldn't recommend is doing upper lower, then rest, then rest again. No, I wouldn't recommend that because the workouts are too close from each other, and that is not good for recovery at all, or your nervous system, in fact. So I would do one of these 2 options, and yeah, I hope you see great gains with it.